Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Niecy, the beauty icon. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do a side bob with an illusion part. So stay tuned.
Using 2 bags of the Model Remy Pose 10-inch number 613, and also I'll be using the watercolor method with the rose and the titanium of the Ion brand. Also I used the Adore brand pink rose to dip the roots. So as we begin the molding process, I'm doing 1 braid down the center of her hair. Now you notice the top of her hair is natural, but the sides are relaxed. So we tend to keep it natural for the strength. So some of you might ask, why did I do 1 braid in the center of her head instead of doing a few braids? The only reason I chose this method is because she has a little thin area in the top of her head. So I tend to braid that braid across the thin area, so I'm not stressing that particular area out. So in essence, that braid is used as a shield. So right here you see me using my Nairobi foam, just going along the side so I can mold it down where it'll lay down smooth. And I'm also outlining the part that's going to lay down versus the part that's going to be under the cap. So once this is completed, I use wrap strips to lay the hair down. Now you see me holding my box of weaving net that I ordered off of Amazon, and I cut out a rectangle, and I'm going to use it as I get ready to set her cap on top of it. Now I use this just as an extra barrier for people with extra thin hair. Now her hair is not totally thin, but we do just want to protect what she has. So I use this in conjunction. I go over it with the gel and I let her sit under the dryer until it hardens. Now that we are done with the drying process, you see me holding my 30-second super hair bond glue, and I'm just going to go and outline the perimeter of the cap. Now I'm doing this just to secure the cap, so because sometimes when you cut the cap it'll roll a little bit if it's not set all the way. So I just make sure that I secure it with the glue. So with everything being dry now, I can go in and touch up her shave area and just kind of outline it and shape it up just a little bit more in the back. So as I begin to lay her tracks, I decided to do the flip over method. And with this method of weaving, you don't have to cut the wefts. You can kind of just go in and make sure the ends are flat as you lay the wefts and just fold the wefts. So this is a easy, quick way where you're not stopping in between having to cut every time. So I'm gonna do this all the way up until I get to a place where I start cutting. And for all you guys who say this is too much glue, remember I put a net up under the cap. So that way the glue is not just attaching itself to the hair. The net acts as a barrier. It keeps the glue from adhering directly to the hair. So when it's time for us to take the cap off, you don't have to worry about the glue pulling the hair because the net protects the hair from the glue. As we begin to get closer to the top, you notice I start cutting the wefts. And the only reason I cut the wefts at this point because I don't want the bulkiness of the flip method to affect that side. And also you want to keep it as flat as possible so it can look natural as possible, especially as it gets closer to the outside of the hair. So now we can get ready for the fun part. And yes, this is Ghost Bond glue, guys. So God gave me this idea, instead of using the lace glue, to use this glue. Now I know we do a lot of Ghost Bond glue with the lace closures. So I decided to use it with the illusion part. So right here you see me cutting the hair off the weft. And I'm just making sure that it's even. And when I get ready to apply it, I make sure I clamp it so it doesn't move. And when it adheres to the Ghost Bond glue, it sticks. You don't have to worry about the strings of stickiness. And also I like to do it with my weave cutting shears. And as soon as I use it to lay the hair flat, you'll see me go and spray it with alcohol. Now alcohol is a great way to remove this illusion part. So when you get ready to take down your quick weave, just spray some alcohol on it, let it sit for a minute, and it'll come right up. Also, you might ask, why did I put it close on the line of her hair? Now remind you that the hair does have a gel hardness to it up under it. Now when you get ready to apply your illusion part, by it being so close to her, the root of her hair, you don't have to worry about the hair being snatched out. The Ghost Bond, I figured, is really, really safe. Long as you're not pulling it out, it sticks. And it's not going to tear your hair out. Like I said, you have to use the alcohol to spray it beforehand, and it'll come right out. And this is not something that I'm just trying, guys. I do this often, and I have no issues with hair coming out with the illusion part. So once I complete the first layer, I'll go back over it, and I'm really trying to fill in any gaps, and I'm also trying to make the hair meet up to the part line that I have created. So I'm just making sure that all the gaps are filled and get it as close to that part line as possible. So once this is complete, I go back in with my trimmers and I just make that part line a little bit more defined. So right here you see me go in and just straighten the hair so I can get a clear view of the length of the hair before I get ready to cut it.
Okay, now that all the hair is straight, we can go ahead and start with our cutting process. And you see me use my Tinkle razor, and I'm just gonna start with the shortest part in the back of the hair, and then I'll create my angle from this point. Okay, now you see we have the foundation. We can go back in and kind of detail the layers. Now that the cutting is all done, we can go ahead and start with our curling process. finishing in my last curl. Now you just comb it and just put your own flavor to it. So for the finishing touch, I'm going to go in with the High Beam Intense Black Spray, and this is just to accent the part and allow the hair to blend in as well. Guys enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit your post notification buttons for more updates. Also, don't forget to comment below to tell me what other videos you would like to see. Thank you so much for your support. You guys be blessed.